So today I'm going to be doing a eye makeup look. If you follow me on Snapchat, you've seen me talk about this palette that I received from Octoly. This is the Charlotte Tilbury Dolce Vita luxury palette. So this is what the palette looks like, and it has these 4 colors. These 2 are shimmery. I think they're all shimmery, but this one is very sparkly. This one right here. But the sparkles definitely pay off better if you use your fingers rather than a brush. I'm gonna do a kind of day to night look just because this is so kind of compact and portable. It has a really nice mirror here, so you can just carry it around and use it on the go. If you're the kind of person that doesn't have too many eyeshadows, you like this color combination, you like to just carry all of your makeup in one bag with you so you can kind of touch up and change up your look throughout the day, then this might be a good fit for you. But if you're just like a student or you don't have that much money and you're not really that interested in makeup or whatever, if you don't care about luxury makeup, then you can pass on this, in my opinion. So again, this is what the colors look like, and this is what the packaging looks like. It's really pretty, but it is kind of a fingerprint prone. So I'm just laying out the base with this lightest color. It's kind of a shimmery champagne color. This is what it looks like. So I'm just putting this as a base, and I'm also putting it in the inner corner just with my ring finger. And I'm also gonna be using this for my aiguisaire. So then I'm gonna go in with the sparkly one. And like I said before, the sparkly one definitely looks better or gives off more of the sparkle when you use your finger. This is what it looks like next to the nudie beige color. As you can see, it's super sparkly. I'm just gonna put that on the center and a little bit outwards, but mostly on the center, just to give my eyes some sparkle. You can definitely see it. Now I am going to use a brush. I'm just going to be using a really tiny brush like this to pick up some of this dark brown shade. And I'm just going to kind of use that as an eyeliner. And to define my outer corner. So this is a daytime look. So I'm trying to make it pretty natural, so I'm using it as an eyeliner, but I'm still blending it out quite a bit so it's not so harsh. And since my eyes are uneven, I'm going to be putting that same color in the inner corner right here, because just to kind of even them out. I'm not really dipping back into the eyeshadow too much because it is pretty pigmented and I want this to be nicely blended out. I just want it to be darkest at the lash line and like right here at the outer corner. And then with whatever's left on the brush, I'm just gonna go like this for my aiguisaire. I'm not dipping back into the eyeshadow because it'll be too harsh. Curl your lashes, put mascara on, everything like that. And I think this is a very pretty, very nice, natural, subtle, everyday makeup. So to transition for nighttime, I'm gonna take the same sparkly, it's kind of a bronzy gold sparkle, so I'm gonna take more of that with my finger. And what I'm doing is I'm not pressing down into the shadow because I feel like the texture of this makes me feel like if I press down into the shadow, it's gonna start losing its pigment. I'm not sure if I'm explaining that too well, but sometimes I find that if I press down too hard on eyeshadows, it kind of makes this weird barrier on top of the eyeshadow, and I kind of have to scrape it off to get back the pigmentation and kind of texture that it had before. I don't know if that makes sense, but it's just something that I found personally. While I'm still trying to pick up a lot of the product, I'm putting like very light pressure on this eyeshadow, and then I'm gonna put that all over my lid. This color is honestly so pretty. I've wanted this palette for so long because of this color. It's really pretty, but I feel like there are dupes for it or very similar colors. And I'm also going to take a little bit of that and put it on the very center right here of the lower lash line. A lot of people ask me how I get so kind of precise with putting makeup on with my fingers, but like, you know, the part that comes out the most, like I use this part right here. I don't use the whole, all of my finger. Like I don't press down so that my whole finger is on my eyelid. I just use basically just this part that comes out, but I'm gonna use this burgundy color and I'm gonna put it on the same places that we put that dark brown before, but I'm kind of gonna blend that more with the gold, bronzy gold that we put in the middle of our lower lash line. And I'm also gonna blend it up into, I guess, the crease, but I don't want this to be too high. I just want it to peak up right above where my crease is. If you're done putting that shadow down, just use a clean finger just to blend out the edge. And to make sure that my eye makeup is even, I'm just holding my mirror a little bit more further from my face and just kind of making sure that it looks even, because when you have it like this, it's really easy to kind of make one eye really different from the other eye. You just have to kind of look at it from a distance to see, like, check how even it is. And then I'm just gonna use the same burgundy color. I'm just gonna build up this portion only. I'm not gonna bring that up to where the crease line color is. I just want this part right next to the lash line to be very dark. And then I'm going back with this dark brown and just making sure that right at the lash line it's the darkest color. And then also I'm just gonna put a little bit of this color just in this part. I don't know if you can see what I'm talking about, but as you can see, it kind of goes upwards, and I kind of want it to be a little bit more open right here so my eyes look bigger. Since this brush is really tiny, I can use this for that. And I'm just gonna put it right. And since this is eyeshadow, it does look a lot more natural than the eyeliner can be. So I guess this is the finished night look, and I'm gonna put on mascara. I'm just using Etude House Curl Fix. You can finish this off just like this, but for me, I want to put on a liner. So this is definitely an optional step. You can definitely do all of this whole look just with this palette and some mascara, but I just need more. So I'm gonna use my Holika Jewel Light eyeliner. This is the finished eye makeup look. So I'm gonna do some swatches of this eyeshadow quad for you. I'm gonna do it with my finger first. I'm not rubbing into them too hard, just so you can see what I'm doing. So I have all of them. So that's what they look like. And then I'm gonna do a brush swatch for you. I'm just gonna use the Sigma E60 large shader. You can see the glitter, it doesn't come off well with a brush. If you compare, the shadow in general just looks so much better with your finger. One more time. It's kind of crumbly, which some glitter eyeshadows are a bit crumbly, but that's what it looks like. This is the burgundy color. So now I'm gonna do the dark brown. Ooh. So that's what it looks like. I think the color that came off best with a brush was the first beige shimmery color. So these are both of these swatches. This one I did with a brush, and this one I did with my fingers. But the brushes I did do multiple swipes, and the finger swatches was just one swipe. The kind of nude beige shimmer color, it does show up well. I just don't think that it's showing up too well because of my skin tone. But as you can see here, it does have like a very strong sheen. So my overall thoughts on this palette is that if you kind of do like luxury makeup and you just want one palette and you like these colors and you don't have that many brushes and you prefer to use your fingers, then you might like this palette and this might be a good one for you. I think this palette could be pretty versatile. I've done 2 looks, one more dramatic and one more daytime wearable. So for me, I personally I don't think I would have bought it just because I do have so many other dupes for this and it is so expensive, but I don't mind having it because it is so luxurious and nice. But I don't think this is an absolute must-have. I think it's nice to kind of carry around and have with you. I'm gonna include some clips of my swatches that I took on my phone with my camera flash because I think that'll show the colors a little bit differently. Again, that was done with my finger swatches and brush swatches just so you can see the difference, and I do think there is quite a bit of a difference, especially with the glitter eyeshadow. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed these 2 looks in one eyeshadow wise type of video. Let me know if you want more of these types of videos. Sorry for so many product mention videos posts. This was sent to me by Octoly. This is not a sponsored video, but it was sent to me to review, so I'm reviewing it and I'm telling you all of my honest thoughts. So again, if you want some dupes, I think I might maybe post them in the comments later or keep updating you on my Snapchat, and my Snapchat is just Yeoja, Yeoja, if you want to follow me on there. And yeah, let me know what you think about this palette. Would you get it if you had the money, or do you want it? Let me know. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Please like and subscribe. Bye!